Hi there. My name is Mrs. Sue Ito, and I am so happy to be your child's grade one teacher this year. I thought I would make this video since parent-teacher conferences will be done on Zoom again this year. So in order to save time, I appreciate you watching this video so that you can learn some of the routines that we've been doing in class and expectations that I have for you and the students when they are at home. So to begin, I'm just going to share my timetable with you so you have an idea on what we do in a week. Now, I won't stick to this timetable all the time, but you can see on here that I have Words Their Way 5 days a week down here, and that is my spelling program. I'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. I do have Daily 5 here, 3 days a week, and that is my reading and writing program. And you can see down here, I also have Daily Math. That is how I work my math and my literacy and my numeracy, because I like to work with students based on their level. So I do a lot of group work and be able to adjust their learning based on their level. We do have some calendar time in here every day, and I'm sure some of you have already noticed that a sharing bag has been brought home. When the sharing bag is in your child's backpack, that means they're the VIP for the next day. So the very important person gets to do things like be the front of the line. They will bring something from home, and students will use their critical thinking skills to guess what is in their sharing bag. And this just allows the kids to get used to talking in front of people and sharing something special that they have brought from home. I also have gym a couple days a week, so it's important that your child has proper gym shoes. Most of the time, their inside shoes are the same, and those will be fine for gym. Just don't send slippers or anything like that because they can be slippery in the gym. We do allow some playtime every day. I feel like it's important that students have time to play so that they can improve their social skills and practice their sharing skills and just learn to play with other students practicing kindness. So that is pretty well my schedule. You can see I don't have socials and science in here. I will be integrating socials and science into my Daily 5 program as well as art. And on the last Friday of every month, there will be an art project that we will do with them. So that is my timetable. Another thing that I like to talk to you about is the home reading program. So I do a home reading program. I feel like in grade one, it's a very important year that they learn how to read. And it's helpful if you read with them at home. So I have two different ways that I want them to read at home. So the first one is to a home reading bag is sent home on Fridays, and there's 5 books in there. And in those home reading bags, you'll see 5 blue slips that look like this. So the blue slips, all I do want you to do is put your name on, the child's name, not yours, and then the type of reading. So we have books, we have sight words, and I am going to start setting them up with a Raz Kids account, which is an app that you can download onto your tablet. It's free, and it will have books at their level that they can read. So we want to write down whether it's a book that they read, they practice their sight words, they did Raz Kids, and then I'd like them to read for 15 minutes a day, and then your signature on there. So it's important that when you fill out these blue slips that you only fill out one per 15 minutes. For example, if your child wants to read for 30 minutes, that's great, but then fill out 2 blue slips, one for each 15 minutes. It's easier for me because the students know when they bring these to school that they are to put them into their reading slip pouch, and then I can count the slips better when it's just 15 minutes. And they get prizes whenever they have 10 blue slips, 20, 30, 40, 50, 75, and 100. And they're super excited to earn those prizes for reading these blue slips. So you might have noticed also that your child gets to be in an agenda this year. So these are the agendas. They have their names on them. And in the agendas, there is a hot dog pouch. I call it a hot dog pouch. It's hard to see, but there's this clear pouch right here. And I'd like them to put all of their things, including their blue slips, into that hot dog pouch. And I have taught the students that when they come to school, They're to look in their hot dog pouch and put their blue slips into their reading pockets. So the reason why I call it a hot dog pouch is because there are two ways to fold a paper. I call it a hamburger or a hot dog way. So a hamburger kind of folds in half this way, and a hot dog gets folded this way. And I always tell them to fold their notices or any spelling sorts that are coming home hot dog wise, because that way when they put it into their agenda, to their clear hot dog pouch, something is sticking out the top, and then you as a parent will know that there's actually something in there important that needs to come out of that hot dog pouch. So please try to remember, do not put these reading blue slips into their home reading bags. It's important that they put these blue slips into that hot dog pouch, and then they can put it in and let me know when they have read a certain amount of books. So another way that you can practice your home reading with your child is I am going to be sending home these sight words. There's, I think, 6 or 7 different lists. And I have listened to your child read these sight words, and I've sent home a list that is appropriate to their level. So what you want to do is you want to cut out these words and just keep them in a Ziploc bag or something like that and practice them. And they should be able to recognize these words within 2 to 3 seconds. Once they have learned the whole list, some of them are 2 pages long, then you can just write a note in their agenda and say, test my child on the green sight words or the yellow sight words, whatever ones come home. I will listen to them read them, and then I'll send home the next list of words. In their agenda, one thing I forgot to mention, so when you're writing in their agenda, so you can notice that the students have a section where they write, and then there's a blank spot down here. If you're writing a note to me, and most of you have done this already, so thank you in advance, please write in this bottom section down here, this blank section. If you write in the section where they write, it confuses them, and then they run out of spaces and things like that. So I will always write a note back in that space to you, and I appreciate your communication with that. So there is also our Words Their Way spelling program. So it might be a little bit of confusion. So there is Words Their Way, so that's spelling, and then there's sight words. So there is a difference, and you'll know the difference because word sorts have star words on them like this. And I sent home a letter that said, on Mondays, I'd like you to cut out, well, not you, but your child to cut out these words, and they know to sort them according to the star words. So for example, this says sit. So we know that hit goes under sit. We know that fit goes under sit, and so on. Wig, pig, big, wig, big, pig, big, and so on. So on Monday, they'll cut out the words and sort them. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, just take a little bit of time every day just to go over the words with them. They can practice writing them, they can practice reading them. And then on Friday, they will get a test to see if I know that they've been practicing their words at home and that they understand the word families. Please know that with these sight words, the reading words, these are words that you can't sound out. This is the spelling program. They're my phonetic program, and all the words will be able to be sounded out. Whereas the sight words, they only need to know how to read these. They do not need to know how to spell them yet. So I hope that made sense. Spelling is star words, and they need to know how to read and write these. With the sight words, they only need to know how to read them. You can always email me if you have any questions or write a note in their agenda. I'm hoping that you guys have gotten my emails. If you haven't, you can just email me really quick. My email is susan.ito@sd23.bc.ca. So that is the difference between sight words and spelling words. And one thing to note is in my timetable where you saw that there was Words Their Way, I do need 5 days a week to practice this program. So on 4-day weeks, we won't be having spelling sorts, and you'll know in their agenda because they'll write no spelling this week. So on those days that I don't, or those weeks that I don't do Words Their Way, We'll be doing other things. We might add some science in there, some growth mindset, some reading power lessons, and all types of different things to substitute in for that time. I do have a website, and at the bottom of all the emails that I send, there is a link to my website, and it looks like this. So this is my website, and on here you can find just some information about me. Under here, how to contact me. There's also some curriculum information on what your child will be learning this year. But the most important thing that I want you to know is this homework tab. So the students write in their agenda every day, and if your student is away or you are having trouble reading what your student has written, just go to the daily agenda tab and it will come up here. So you can see that we wrote this week, like on Monday, September 21st, they had to bring leaves, they had to sort their spelling words and bring dimes for Terry Fox. So if you're ever unsure or you want to check to see what is going on for the week, you can always go to my website and see everything is going on here. So you'll see on Wednesday, I'll always write they need to bring their library books because library book exchange is on Thursdays. And then on Thursdays, we'll always put home reading bag because they exchange their books on Fridays. Another thing that you'll notice on my website at the top under the homework tab is the weekly spelling words. So if your child has misplaced their words or you don't know where they are, you can always come to this tab here and you can look and see where the sort is. So I have 3 different groups. Their names are on there. And if you just click on the link here, it will bring up the sort that we're working on for that week. And you can just print it at home and you'll have it there. So how do I look here? Also, another thing on my website, you'll notice under that spelling tab is, so under the weekly spelling words tab, there's this thing right here that says sorts 1 to 22 and sorts 23 to 61. So sometimes as the word sorts get harder and harder, even I have to refer to the teacher master sometimes to figure out where the words go in the different columns. So you can always just click on this link right here and it will link you to my teacher master. So for the first sorts, they're pretty easy to figure out, but as we get a little bit into more difficult ones, these top words right here are the start words. And then all these words here are the ones that they will be working on during the week, both at school and at home. So you can see here under cat, these are all the words that will be sorted under that column, under sit and so on. Where this line is, these are words that are not included in the sort. These are called bonus words. And once your children get really good at doing their spelling and studying these words and knowing how to spell them, sometimes I'll put in some bonus words from this list down here. And that just helps me know whether your child understands how to do the word family. So for example, under cat, they know all these words, but they might not know that chat goes under cat. So I'll give them a little challenge to see if they can figure out how to sort bonus words without even seeing them or studying them at all that week. So that is my website. Some of you probably have talked to your children about my flexible seating classroom. So I am super excited. Last year, I couldn't have my flexible seating classroom because of COVID. This year, because cohorts were taken away and we had some restrictions lifted, I am able to have a flexible seating classroom. So I'm just going to share a quick little video with you on what it looks like and explain the benefits of having flexible seating. So here we go. So you can see here that I have couches, I have love seats, a nice coffee table, I have some different types of stools and load tables. This table at the front is called my rainbow table. That's where I work with students. And it just looks really homey. We have plants and everything on there. and the students just enjoy choosing different spots to sit every day. So the philosophy behind flexible seating is that students learn best when they're comfortable. So imagine yourself at home and you have to, I don't know, whether you're reading a book or reading the paper or playing on your iPad, where do you do it most of the time? You're sitting on your couch, or maybe you're lying in bed, or you're doing it somewhere comfortable. Most of the time, you're not sitting in a chair at your kitchen table when you're doing these things for fun. So flexible seating classrooms allows students to learn when they're comfortable. So I am okay with students sitting on my couch, and it just warms my heart when I see them reading a book and they're lying back and they're comfortable and they're just enjoying learning in a comfortable space. And students can move around in the classroom if they find that their spot that they chose for that day isn't working for them. They can move to a different spot that is available. And same thing with me. If I find that they're not doing their best learning in the spot that they've chosen, then I can move them as well. So I'll show you a still picture because that was a pretty quick video. Let's see if I can find it here. Hold on a second. Try this one more time. Hold on. It's not letting me show the video. Just one sec here. Just give me a second. Okay, so I will try to share this picture. Still picture here. Okay, so here we go. So here's a still picture of the classroom. So I have 3 students that can sit on a couch, 2 on a love seat. It's hard to see, but if I zoom in here, I want you to see it. So I have some wobbly stools. So these are stools where the children, they just move around and I don't hear the chairs and they're not falling off their chairs, which is great to hear as a teacher. I have some wobbly cushions. I do have a round table and a standing table. Some students learn best when they're standing. And then I also have some low pillows over here, or a low table with some pillows, really cool pillows there. And still have my carpet area where we meet for calendar time. But I just love the way that our classroom feels, and I think the students really enjoy it as well. So if you ever have any questions or concerns about flexible seatings, please feel free to reach out to me. And unfortunately, we can't have parents coming to the school quite yet because of COVID. You would need to make an appointment with me so that we could share what our flexible seating looks like, but hopefully in the near future, you'll be able to come in and see it in person. The last thing that I think I want to talk to you about is just making sure that you have filled out that Google form that I sent out about getting to know your child. Most of you have sent it back already, and I've really enjoyed reading it and getting to know the strengths that your child has and their likes and dislikes. And I can't wait to talk to you about it more at our parent-teacher conferences on Zoom on October 6th and 7th. So that's about it for me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Again, please reach out anytime if you have any questions. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the parent-teacher conferences. I've just loved getting to know your children. They're fun, they're enthusiastic, and they just make me smile every day. So I will see you soon. Thanks.